And it's official, folks. Hope we're all doing well. As per usual, welcome back to more esports talk. Call of Duty League season is now underway, and with it, well, it's going to be a spicy season. I cannot wait to break this down week by week, and you guys know, as Call of Duty fans, well, it just never stops. LA Thieves this past weekend was the first team of the season to avoid controversy. You know, it's actually great to announce that it seems the Call of Duty League, as of right now, has resolved the issues which were very apparent last season, that being player disconnections for several reasons. And with there being no ability to pause and remake those matches last season, we saw several teams, I wouldn't necessarily say screwed over, but certainly treated maybe unfairly according to them several times over throughout the season. It was actually both the Rocker, LA Thieves having problems this past weekend with issues involving players like Kenny. It was actually at first people thinking Kenny had automatically gotten stuck to keyboard and mouse. According to JCap, though, it was actually apparently bugginess. Is that a thing? On Slash's account, and which eventually, as you guys can tell by the clip, they start shooting each other right off the rip. Something was clearly wrong, and the situation was actually handled well.
Yeah, you are the better team here. You should get a series win, but with the level of competition in this league, you can never, ever be complacent. And I assume the fact that teammates are shooting at each other, there might be some sort of server-side issue. So apologies, as we'll likely be getting into a restart. But yeah, I guess I'm excited to see what the ceiling is for Thieves, and I just don't know. I don't know with NYSL. Like, is Hydra going to be on the team? Oh, okay. I guess I guess we're not restarting. I guess we're going. Okay, I don't know. I just got the call we're playing. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but we're going to get into the match. I saw teammates shooting at each other, so I figured there was a restart. I don't know what's happening, but the Thieves are. They're still shooting at each other.
All right, so let's just talk about the NYSL roster. I would say, for me, I guess one good thing is you're not just picking up like the situation with Zuma and Hydra. There's an opportunity where you probably have maybe two rookies or two players that don't have a ton of experience. Good thing for them, Asim was just sort of out there. He was out in the flux, didn't really get picked up. So you have a player who's been on a professional team for multiple years now, right? Absolutely. It's just one of those situations where he's just trying to prove his worth.
And I think you saw Asim doing some sort of crouch dance that he was creating. So the NYSL players having some fun until we figure it out. And yeah, apologies. I think we're just waiting on the call from League Ops. All right, I'm hearing whatever the issue was. It's not one of those ones you restart for. So I don't know what to say on broadcast other than this is being played out. Clayster is now just showing Kenny that he really cares about him. Okay. All right. So we're getting the game closed out, and this might be a situation where this is going to be a map 1 victory for NYSL. I'm not sure if it was a rule violation or one of those things where it shouldn't have been reset and someone left the game when they weren't supposed to. I don't know. I don't work at League Ops. But once we have more information, I will give you more. But
because as you heard on the broadcast, I love how it's always Merc and Maven, it seems, put in these very weird situations live on air, not knowing what is going on. At first, not thinking the map was going to be replayed. It later was replayed. Again, Rocker also having connection issues. A guy like Accuracy saying he was skipping all around. It was also later replayed against Dallas Empire. So it's great to see. You know, having these issues last season was a very big issue. As of right now, they have been resolved, so it seems correctly. So Rocker, LA Thieves, they do avoid disaster, especially in LA Thieves' case, where we thought it was going to be continued. An automatic 1-0 start against them in that series was not the case. LA Thieves went on to win that series, as they did both their series this weekend. A strong start for them alongside other teams, but it was LA Thieves on top, currently 2-0, alongside FaZe, also up 2-0. The only two teams to do so. The rest of the teams out there splitting 1-1, 0-1, or 1-0, and Paris, already your bottom team of the entire league, sitting 0-2 after this weekend. And obviously, speaking of the Rocker, they probably had one of your bigger upsets, one of your top 2 upsets of the weekend, that being taking down the Dallas Empire. That's pretty shocking. If you guys watched our CDL Snake draft, our fantasy draft here in the office, I had the Empire, and I also have the Rocker, so I'm not really sure where I stand on this one, but certainly a huge win for the Rocker, having a great weekend. And yes, a loss to LA Thieves, which only throws another wrench in there. These are opening series of the entire season. Does not tell us too much, but it does paint a very good picture, because it seems already this season we have a lot more competitive teams at the top than we did last season, and we'll see how this one actually does roll out, because besides that, we see a team like FaZe also take down OpTic. OpTic SND is certainly still a gigantic issue. People having their way on Twitter about this one. I wouldn't necessarily call it, an upset, but certainly was a big matchup that plenty of people were watching. Alongside that, a guy like Arstes certainly can bite back now, as a Dexerto article labeled FaZe as arrogant and why Formal and Scump would destroy them. I'm glad they could bounce back, and it was still a very close series, and obviously SND still needing some work from the green wall. But we also had Clayster pretty upset, because after their loss to the LA Thieves and another 3-0 sweep for the Subliners, keep that in mind, he says the amount of shade and armchair GMs I got in my mentions the last 24 hours is a bit ridiculous. Thank the Lord, none of y'all are making decisions for any pro teams. That being some fan suggestions out there for the Subliners with their struggles, the loss of Zuma, now back-to-back 0-3 losses as well to start their season. Clearly, some issues over there. Apparently, some fans out there want Wester to replace the entire roster, so we'll see how that one goes down. Very lastly, for at least important matchups, I can't break them all down for you guys, but certainly the bigger of the upsets or matchups, I would say Empire falling as well as OpTic falling. And besides that, we actually have Surge taking a series, which is incredible. Another one of the teams that I chose here in the office draft as well. Pristini, opening weekend back for the preseason kickoff event, was obviously very upset with his performance, and especially some crazy messages that he had been sent, because, why not? Esports fans are esports fans. This time around, taking a series, Octane and Pristini in celebration, even with, it seems, some poor connection for a guy like Pristini. So, hey, it is great to see teams last season pick it up this time around, that we just did not expect it so far. I mean, it's already a much different season than last season, and I couldn't be more excited as things do continue to shake up throughout stage one. What do you guys think? What was the biggest upset, the biggest surprise? You could throw Toronto in there as well. I'm gonna stick with Rocker for now, and a great performance by FaZe as well. But what do you guys think, huh? Until next time, we'll see what trash talk comes out this week, and I'm sure I'll see you guys back here if it does happen. Drink some wa, drink some ka. I'll catch you guys back here next time. Take care.